different regimes that have existed on the planet. So, for example, we've interviewed surviving members of, the Jewish community during, the Holocaust and World War II. We've interviewed people from Saddam's Iraq. So I've been really busy with regards to that documentary film, and among many other things. But I got to say, on top of the list is being on the Jiggy Jaguar show. I can't think of anything more exciting than that.
Hey, I'll tell you, your check is in the mail, sir. Now let's talk about this film. Why did you decide to put this out? What was the process behind this?
Well, I'm one of the directors of a museum called the Regimes Museum, and if people want to visit it, if people haven't heard about it yet, they can just visit regimesmuseum.org, and if they want to be updated with the progress of this documentary film, and if they want to get involved in any way, shape, or form, they can definitely visit regimesmuseum.org for more information. History has always been a passion of mine along with music, and, for the most part, during the course of the last few months, this has been my focus, just because, it's great to contribute to something that, has some sort of a historical meaning. If you don't know about the past, you're bound to repeat the past. So the only way to really open up the eyes of the people is to show them, different case studies of, recent history that, could maybe turn on a light bulb above their head, as they say.
Now, Mo, you've got a great background in the music industry. You've produced for multi-platinum and Grammy-nominated artists. Talk to me about some of the people you've worked with.
Yeah, I've worked with a lot of different people in the international community as well as some hip-hop artists. Just from the top of my head, I've worked with D4L, then Franchise Boy, Skilo. Those are a few rappers that have, hit the U.S. Billboard charts. And a lot of people that have had a lot of exposure in different arenas and different areas in the world. Obviously, I have a Persian background, so naturally I work with a lot of people in the Mediterranean music market, et cetera, et cetera. And, hopefully by after we wrap up this documentary film, I will be able to focus a little bit more on the music projects and various things going on, whether that's, pop or rock. I have a hip-hop and pop background, but as I get older, I find myself listening to more rock and country. It's kind of funny how, when your taste in music starts changing. I find myself listening to a lot of Beach Boys these days, which is kind of strange considering my background.
Now, what attracts you to the Beach Boys? That is kind of a strange deal.
Yeah, well, the thing is, a lot of people, if you walk in Barnes and Nobles or you walk in, any store in the United States, you see so much Beatles memorabilia. Beatles to your left, Beatles to your right. Beatles is the only thing in sight. But I got to tell you, if you look at, that time period in music, in my opinion, the most revolutionary band was the Beach Boys. If you listen to the Pet Sounds album, we're talking about a historical album that changed the way that music is even thought of. And, Pet Sounds inspired the Beatles. So I think that the Beach Boys really are kind of overshadowed by a lot of these other bands, which is unfortunate. And I think Brian Wilson is a genius. I don't think there's anyone that has, that's living that's as talented as Brian Wilson.
Well, I'll tell you, the Beach Boys. What did you think of when the Beach Boys there for a while were had John Stamos from Full House playing in the band? They did a couple shows fairly recently with him as part of the band.
Yeah, actually, if you watch the video for Kokomo, which is from 1988, you see John Stamos playing the drums, which is really funny. You can just go to YouTube, type Beach Boys Kokomo. I think that's hilarious and funny. I don't know what else to think about it because it's just so random. You wouldn't think John Stamos would be a drummer, but I've been to one of their shows, and he is a hell of a drummer.
Oh, okay, so you've actually seen him in action. That's cool.
Oh, yeah, Uncle Jesse knows how to play the drums, that's for sure.
That's good shit. We've got Moe Rock joining us today. If you want to get more information on what he's up to, you can go check him out on Twitter at Moe Rock online, and you're doing a lot of different things these days. Just looking over your Twitter feed, you've got a lot of different things going on. Tell me about some of the latest projects besides this documentary.
Just to reiterate a little bit, the last few months and the upcoming months, really, I'm going to be focused mostly on this documentary film. That's really the place that I'm putting 90% of my energy in. And you guys can definitely follow me on Twitter at Moe Rock Online and visit regimesmuseum.org for more information on that. If there's anyone listening that wants to get involved, that has, a passion about history or knows somebody that is a surviving member of a regime, definitely, get in touch. We would love to hear from you, hear about your story, hear about what you can contribute. Again, this is something that is bigger than me, or bigger than any of the individuals that are participating in it. This is about showcasing history to people. And just to repeat what I said earlier, if we don't learn from history, we're about to repeat ourselves. So we have to really, educate ourselves and be aware, and go forward with a little bit of illumination.
Hey, that is a great message to bring our listeners here on a Friday, man. That's that's amazing stuff. Now, working with the music industry, how did you get involved in the music industry?
The thing is, most people that get involved in music, they don't seek it out. It seeks them out, and that's really what happened to me. You stumble in it, you fall in a ditch, and you go so deep that you figure, you know what, I'm just going to stick in this for a while and make it work. So that's kind of what happened with me. I kind of fell in a ditch, and I decided, you know what, I'm already all the way down in here. Let me just do what I can make of it.
Okay, well that's really cool, man. We've got Moe Rock with us today here on the program. If you want to get more information on what he's up to, he's also on Twitter. Do you have a Facebook page or a website or anything, or is it just Twitter?
I don't really do the Facebook thing too much. The place to get in touch with me is on Twitter. It's much easier, less time consuming. Bada bing, bada boom, you're done. So I like the platform of Twitter much better than Facebook. I'm sorry, Mark. Please don't be mad at me.
Hey, I don't think he's gonna mind, especially coming from you.
I hope not.
Now there is doing some research. I noticed there is a Moe Rock fan page on Facebook, but it is not your official Moe Rock fan page. What the hell's going on here? Are these? What are these people doing?
Actually, those are good people. Those are good folk. They definitely have. The people managing that arena are friends of mine. So they can go ahead and like that if they like. I trust the people running that. And, periodically when I do go on Facebook, I also have access to that page as well. So it's not completely, away from my oversight. But I don't really update that too much. The place to get more of a hands-on, ear to what I'm doing is Twitter. But if someone wants to like that page, feel free to do that as well. That would be sensational as well. I'll be sure to make sure that information is relayed through that avenue as well.
That's cool, man. Well, talk to me about some of the other different things you're doing out there. You've got a lot of different projects you're working on besides the documentary.
Yeah, well, right now, besides the documentary and besides the work that I'm doing with the museum, like I said, when that slows down, I'm going to go back to making some music. I have a music video coming out for a song over the next few months that really has a Beach Boys vibe to it, ironically enough. We were speaking about the Beach Boys. It's very soft, it's very smooth. It sounds like a Mike Love vocal, very Brian Wilson inspired. So I hope, your listening audience, if they like the Beach Boys, and if they like, classical American red, white, and blue music, they'll definitely like the upcoming Moe Rock stuff. I'm taking it in that direction. I'm going to the studio. I got my six-pack. I got, I got my John Deere hat on, and I'm ready to make some good, wholesome American music.
Well, we've got Moe Rock joining us today here on the program. Moe is doing some incredible stuff, and I did find a cool music video on YouTube. Rosa, tell us about this.
Oh yeah, well, that was a Japanese influenced music video done by a friend of mine, Ben Hughes. And yeah, that music video it's kind of a real 3-minute adventure into a fun world. If you're having a rough day and you got laid off, or your girlfriend broke up with you, or some money you put in your mutual funds, your stock market is going south, or you're working for the government and the government shut down and you're not going to get a check this week, go watch Rosa. It's bound to uplift your spirit. Even if you don't understand what the hell I'm saying, that's okay. You'll enjoy yourself.
Now, Todd, where did you guys film this at? We're watching. Our TV viewers are watching this right now on the Starcom television network. We're watching the video here while we talk to you. Really cool spots. Where'd you film this at?
That was actually shot in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Really?
Interesting you would say that. Yeah. It was shot in St. Paul, Minnesota. You can tell by the sky. It's not exactly, completely California sunny blue, but it's a real nice environment. The people of Minnesota, as you know, Minnesota nice. So it was fun to go in there, and I made sure to drive 45 minutes to get some Wisconsin cheese. So I had some nice Wisconsin cheese curds, which, by the way, are the best. I highly recommend, if there's anyone listening that hasn't had Wisconsin cheese, go online. There's websites out there you can buy Wisconsin cheese, and they'll ship it to you to your house. You're doing yourself and your family a disservice by not trying Wisconsin cheese curds. So be sure to check it out. There's lots of different websites out there. You can order it, and they'll ship it, in a matter of days. It is the most delicious thing on the planet, and you're bound to experience heaven for at least a few seconds while you're chewing it and eating it.
Now, this theater that you shot part of the video in, where's this theater? What is that? That's a really cool place.
Yeah, we actually rented out a theater to shoot that video for that specific scene you're referring to. It was a theater where they do shows, Shakespearean type of shows. I think that day they were showcasing Hamlet. So I talked to the theater owner. He was inclined to participate, and it was really interesting. Doing that. As soon as we were finished, though, there was a line waiting outside for the upcoming show, so we kind of had to wrap it up quickly and get out of there ASAP. We didn't want the owner to be upset at us,
Well, it is a really cool video. Now, who produced the video? Because the graphics and everything in this is amazing.
Right, Ben Hughes, who's also worked with some huge rappers, and he's also working on a sci-fi production right now. You guys can check him out, Ben Hughes Studios. Very nice young gentleman, very talented, good friend of mine. He's really skyrocketed over the course of the last few months, working with some top dogs in the music industry. Some of his videos have millions and millions of views. So he's a real talented kid. Highly recommend if anyone wants to do some video production on a professional upscale level to contact him. He definitely knows what he's doing.
And finally, of course, because I have to ask, who is the chick?
Oh, she's a good friend, and she's a wonderful professional. She's a model, and I think her information is also on the description, if not on my channel, on Ben Hughes' channel. She's a very nice, sweet girl, and she was perfect for that. The vibe that I was trying to go for in that video, being it was a very Eastern, video. I thought it would only be proper to have a very Eastern girl to go with it.
Well, it is a cool video. I also noticed that you've got another video up here. I believe it's called Smash.
Right, right. Yeah, well, that was, I was about 4 years younger and 30 pounds lighter when I shot that one. But, yeah, that was a fun one, too. It was a catchy, silly song. It's about a female that allowed me and gave me permission to quote-unquote smash. So your audience's imagination can really figure out what that means. But, it was just a way to showcase the story about me and a girl, and the girl who finally let me smash. And it was a glorious event. And the angels were playing harps. And I was so excited when she finally
were playing
did.
harps. That's awesome. Now, you're doing some incredible stuff with music. I think that is so cool that you're a musician, but you're also a filmmaker and everything else. So that's really cool.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you saying that. It's been a pleasure for me to be on your program. I'm a fan of your show. I think you're so entertaining, and every day is something new.
Pretty much. That's what we try to do here. Now, we can follow you on Twitter, and then how do we get more information about the documentary and everything you're working on?
Yeah, go ahead. Follow me on Twitter at Moe Rock Online. That's MOEROCK Online. You guys can visit regimesmuseum.org for more information on the museum and the documentary film. If there's any aspiring musician or aspiring artist out there that wants to, break it in the music industry, you can go ahead and shoot me an email at bookmorock@yahoo.com. That's BOOK, morock@yahoo.com. Go ahead, shoot me an email, and let's see what we can do for you.
Definitely. Well, I'm going to be in touch with you, my friend, because I definitely want to have you on our Sunday show at some stage of the game and talk a little bit more about the music and everything. But thanks for being on today and telling us about what you've been working on.
My pleasure, buddy. I look forward to being on your program soon.
I appreciate it, brother. Have yourself a wonderful afternoon. Thanks, man. Thanks for being on.
Same to you. Thank you.
Definitely, man.
Thank you, brother.
Talk to you soon. Have a good one. We're going to take a time out here on the Starcom Radio Network and Television Network, and we'll be back here in a few.